Hey, well, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, your road to English proficiency. We're outside right now. Again, as you can see, we're not in the studio. We've been having some great weather here in Texas. It's autumn, so it's not too hot. It's not very humid, so I can come out and show you some different things. So we're going to be talking about something hopefully you'll find interesting today. I'm going to take a ride on my bike or my bicycle around the neighborhood. But before we jump into that, make sure if you like these videos, hit the like button, and 2, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and 4, tell your friends about it so that they can learn and benefit as well. Oh, and don't forget, we have a new webpage at www.learneverydayenglish.com. That's www.learneverydayenglish.com. And we also have a new podcast. We have 2 episodes that are out right now. So check that out. You can access those with a link on the website. And without further ado, we're going to jump right into this day's episode of taking a bike ride. And I'm going to show you my bicycle. Well, here's the bike I'm going to be using. It's an older bike. I've had it for quite a while, probably at least 15 years. It's very heavy, but it's pretty well made. It's a little bit tough riding up the hills, but of course the most important thing I have here is my helmet, which I need to ride to stay safe. But I'll show you parts of the bicycle. This is called the handlebars, where I hold on to. This is the called gear shift lever. There's one on each side, so I can change gears here. And here in the front, these are the brakes, so I can stop the bike. Of course, 2 tires. This is a cage for a water bottle, a pump, a portable air pump to pump up the tires. On my these are the pedals. On the pedals, I have something at the end of the pedals to help keep my feet in place, and they are called toe clips. This is called the sprocket of the bicycle, and this is how it changes gears. Here it's called the derailleur. It pushes the chain here back and forth to move the chain up and down on the different sprockets. And there's sprockets in the back and a derailleur here. This is just a something I mounted to the bicycle so I can attach the like a carry bag. This is the seat, and this is called the seat post. And this is just called the frame of the bike, which is made out of, this is aluminum tubing. Let's see what we have inside the bag here. I carry a spare tube or inner tube. This is the size of the tube, 26 inches. So in case I get a flat, I can change that. Here's a patch tire repair, tube repair kit. I have some bicycle gloves and also a lock. So if I go somewhere, I need to lock my bike so no one can steal it. So that's my bicycle. The last thing I want to show you here, this object here keeps the bike standing upright, but it's called a kickstand, because I can kick it with my foot like this, and I can move the stand up if I want to ride. And if I want to set the bike down and keep it from moving, I just push the kickstand down with my foot. So that's my bike, and it's called a mountain bike as opposed to maybe a road bike, a mountain bike. So I'm going to take it around the block. As we say, I'm going to take it for a spin around the block and show you what we can see, and we'll be back. So now I have my helmet on and I'm ready to ride, and you got to be safe when you ride. You don't want to get a head injury. So let's go. Here's a speed limit sign coming up. I'm going 10 miles an hour, as you can see. Now I'm going down the hill down the hill. There's an kind of an incline. So I am not pedaling. My feet, I'm not pedaling. So I say I am coasting. I am coasting on my bike since I don't have to pedal. My feet aren't moving. But I'm going to have to pedal now as I come up this hill. So this is somewhat of a, I don't want to say a steep hill, but I can't go very fast because it's a steep grade, we say. It's a steep grade, or it's a steep incline. But this is good exercise. I normally walk. So I normally walk, but I need to start riding my bike more because I need to use some different muscles than I'm used to using. Well, now we're coming into a newer section or newer part of the neighborhood. So as you can see, this street is a little different. It's called a curb and gutter street because on the side of the road, on both sides, there is what we call a curb. So this is the curb right here. It's like about a 6-inch high wall of concrete. And the gutter is this part right here where the water, when it rains, the water catches or goes into the curb. Here into the gutter. And it goes down the street. So the curb and gutter helps to contain the water in the street. And it takes the water, or we say it carries the water down so where it can be discharged or sent to a place to take it away from the homes so they won't flood. We're here, we can see this is called a fire hydrant. A fire hydrant, so it's connected to the water line that's running under the ground. And this is where the fire trucks connect to. They connect their hoses in order to fight a fire. So this is called a fire hydrant. Well, let's keep going. So it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as we say. It's a sunny day. There's a few clouds in the sky, but not many. It's not too hot. It's the first week of October. So it's not very humid here like it normally is. Okay, here I want to show you something on a curb and gutter street. The water, like I said, goes down the gutter, which is the part that's the bottom part of the street next to the curb. And typically in a curb and gutter street, all the water ends up running into a storm drain. This is called a storm drain or a storm inlet because it allows the water to go into it, and underneath the ground there is a storm water or storm sewer pipe, and that takes the water away from the neighborhood, from the street. On top here in this inlet there is what we call a manhole cover. And if you can see that on top, it says storm sewer. So a sewer is just like a pipe or pipe system that takes in this case, it takes the storm water, which is also the rain water, and takes it away from the neighborhood. So let's keep going. Okay, here is something I want to show you. The water that went down the storm drain or the storm inlet. It eventually ends up over here, and this is called a retention pond. There's a guy mowing the grass, I don't know if you can see that. But all of the water that collects in the neighborhood, I guess, collects in this big open area, which is an open depression, kind of a big open hole in the ground. And it keeps the water from, it just collects the water and holds the water for a while and slowly sends the water out. So this is called a retention pond because it retains the water, or it holds the water. But I think these ponds have to be mowed frequently to keep the grass down. So you can see this house, they have their Halloween decorations out because Halloween is at the end of the month. It's a very big holiday here in Texas, or in the United States for that matter. Here's a street sign. It has a picture of a fire truck on it. Means we are coming up on a fire station, or a fire station is coming up nearby or pretty close. And right here is a big, what we call a water tower or water storage tower. At the top it has just a big water tank. This helps to regulate the pressure in the neighborhood, so you have enough water pressure when you turn on your water faucet inside your house, in the kitchen, or in your bathroom. You have enough pressure to wash the dishes and take a shower. So right here on my left, here is the fire station, and inside the fire station you can see that there are fire trucks, so that there are 2 big trucks and 1 small fire truck inside the fire station. At the bottom of the roadway where it turns to the right, here I want to show you there is a city plant facility. It's called a plant facility. So this is a public works plant facility, and this is the water plant for the neighborhood. It provides the water to the homes here in the area. So I'm assuming inside the building there is a water pump that pumps the water from a well, probably stores it in the tank in the back. And there's some other, probably put chemicals in the water and that sort of thing. But this is a water plant for the subdivision, or for the neighborhood. I'm still riding, but I'm here now. I'm riding on top of the roadway, which is actually also the dam for the lake that's to my right, which I'll show you. I'm going to stop. Well, here's the lake on my right, which is called Spring Lake. I don't live on the lake myself, sadly, but it's maybe about a mile walk from where I live at. But it's a small lake, but I think it's a pretty lake. Sometimes you can see ducks, sometimes egrets flying around on the lake. I don't see any right now. But this is the lake, but this is the dam that I'm standing on, so it keeps the water contained. And then the water actually runs underneath the roadway over on this side, and it empties out over here, and it goes into another lake down here. And here in America, it's common during election season, people have what we call election signs in their front yard. So here's a person who has a Trump 2020 sign, which means that they are supporting our current president, Donald Trump. The election is, I think, November 3rd, but voting in Texas starts next week, actually. on October 13th. So I have seen other signs for the other presidential candidate, which is Joe Biden. So here in the United States, it's mainly a two-party system. We have the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. There's another party like the Independents, but they are not as popular, so it really ends up becoming a two-party race. Republicans versus the Democrats. So current President Donald Trump is a Republican. Before him was Barack Obama. He was a Democrat, and he served 2 4-year terms for a total of 8 years. So Donald Trump has been in office now for 1 term, or almost 4 years. So he is running for his 2nd term in office, and the Democratic candidate running against Donald Trump is Joe Biden. Joe Biden. So there's a house up ahead that has a Joe Biden sign, and I will show you that in a minute. So here is a house that has a Joe Biden sign for president out front. So he is supporting Joe Biden. Typically, Texas is a Republican state, but they say that may be slowly changing. Okay, we're back from our ride. Hope you enjoyed that, the things that you saw, and maybe learned some new words and vocabulary. And we'll be bringing you more videos like this. So again, if you like this, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember to check out the new webpage at www.learneverydayenglish.com, and be sure to check our podcasts and subscribe to those. It's a great way to practice your English, practice your listening comprehension skills, and improve your English. So until next time on Learn Everyday English, we'll see you later. Hey, goodbye.